I'd like to call this meeting of the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to order. It is Tuesday, April 10th, 2012 at 1 o'clock. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
Commissioner Nutter?
Here.
Here.
Here. I'll accept the motion to approve the DVD recording of the previous board session from Tuesday, April 3rd, 2012, and the written index of that meeting.
I'll move.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Comment or discussion? Hearing none and seeing none, can I have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Sutter?
Yes.
Commissioner Whiting?
Yeah.
Commissioner Nutter?
Yes. Old business, Ms. Wilson.
Old business, I wanted to bring up the auditor's VIP dashboard system. She had sent out emails to all department heads and elected officials, and it seems that some of our employees, our department heads, she's requesting that the commissioner sign. It was my understanding that these department heads had that authorization. It's for view only. That was the intent of this program. Is it okay if I just tell Julie that it's okay that these department heads sign these?
You mean like maintenance would have?
Yeah, maintenance, and actually Don's requested it for, and all he wants to see is his payroll and his financial stuff, which, you know,
Yeah, that's
should
fine
be.
with me.
Other old business, it's a little bit of old and new business. I wanted to bring up the bids for the obstruction removal, parcel H, I-1 and L. There was some alternates put in there. They reviewed all bids and tabulated the results. Based on our review, we recommend Allen Excavating be awarded. In the event Seneca County selects the base bid only, the award amount is $28,310. In the event the Seneca County selects the base bid plus alternate bid 1, the award is $35,833.50. In the event Seneca County selects the base bid plus alternate 2 is $48,310.25. Base bid plus all alternates $55,833.25. Base bid and alternate amounts is subject to availability of ODOT and Seneca County funds and concurrence. It was and she just walked out. My understanding that some of that funding isn't coming through as we thought.
Yeah.
Is that way he
The-
made it sound?
Basically, the alternate bid 1 and 2, I'm guessing wasn't put into, the specs of the grant that way, so it won't cover it, even though it's the obstruction removal, that's just, the grant is just to remove those houses.
What are alternate 1 and 2?
The trees, I don't remember which properties, but trees, I'll have no.
That I'd have to ask Pat.
Parcels, was it H,
I-1 and L.
L, H and I-1 clearing and grubbing. Parcels H and I-1. Structure removal, porch, so the houses are the H and the I-1. And the other one is L. Clearing and grubbing parcel L.
That's the alternate?
The tree removal is the alternate stuff. And there was 2 different properties for the alternates. It looks like they
So
were,
if we just accept the bid from Allen Excavating for obstruction removal,
for the base bid, what we originally intended
Okay.
it to be would be the 28,000, and that was the homes.
Okay. And that's covered by the grant.
Yeah. I just wanted
all right.
to make sure that was
In the match money, will you?
right. It's
Which
the
is-
90-10.
90-10.
Right.
Right.
But I didn't know if you wanted to move forward with the other 2. I hadn't talked to Brad about it
Maybe
yet.
we can put it in a future
Project.
Future
Project.
grant, yeah, or something that.
Okay. All right.
Maybe I'll send Jeff out there with the chainsaw.
would.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and I can just wait and read that in when we do new business. I think that's,
Yeah, and we can do the accepting and new business. Is that all for
yep,
old
that's all I
business?
had in our old.
I've got two things today. One, I'm gonna let Stacy read this into the record from the sheriff's department in regards to the van that they're requesting for their maintenance or for the work program.
Commissioners, regarding work crew inmate transport van, for the past 16 years, Deputy Dave Majors has been responsible for the Seneca County Jail inmates work crew program. Inmates are transported on a daily basis to various locations within the county. Currently, Majors drives a 1999 van with 55,000 miles on it. All maintenance and fuel is paid for by the Community Corrections Grant. Condition of the van is deteriorating to the point of it being a safety concern. There's surface rust on parts of the body with some places where it is completely rusted through. Brake repair was necessary last month, including new brake lines, and it currently needs extensive exhaust system work. We are requesting that the board consider the purchase of a new van so the inmates and the deputies can travel safely throughout the county. I would like to address some of the work that the program has been responsible for, the savings and money that the program has provided. Delivery and pickup of election equipment, 6 hours per day, 6 days per week, with 6 workers. Other counties utilize county employees for this job. Renovations of county-owned property, a significant savings to the citizens. The School of Opportunity utilizes the work crew often for various projects, including major renovations, as well as daily cleanup and small projects. Seneca County Fair, the work crew will begin work on the fairgrounds 1 week prior to the fair, approximately 4 hours per day during the fair, 4 days after the fair, with approximate 4 to 6 workers every day. Tiffin Seneca County Heritage Festival, work crews assist with setup, tear down, and daily cleanup. Assist with CASA and various projects. Each day of good time awarded to the inmates saves the county $58 per day. The Community Corrections Grants fiscal year is July 1st through June 30th. So far this fiscal year, the savings has been $100,514 for 2010, 2011, and the savings was $106,662. Based on this, you can see how valuable this program is. If you had any additional questions or concerns, feel free to contact me anytime. Your attention to this matter would greatly be appreciated.
And underneath there's a state purchasing quote through Reineke Ford for the base price on the vehicle. Also, there's the items that need to be added to it, which is a tow package along with for the electric brakes because that trailer's so heavy. Vinyl seats so that the vehicle doesn't have cloth seats for keeping it clean. And there's a couple other small items. I believe the total came to approximately $26,000, including the decaling and radio unit to be put in it. I think that's all it jumps out.
Yeah.
And they're just, it's got other maintenance issues continually. The miles are low, yet it's just deteriorated because of the years.
Did they check with any of the locals to see, I mean, I know Reineke's local, but to see if they would match the state purchasing price? we
Tanya
know?
worked with
Okay,
Dave
so
Majors, and
probably
this
already
is
did.
how they came up with this through Reineke Ford.
I'm fine with it. as
Okay, I'm
it
in
does-
favor of it myself because
Just
the
in the
program
elections
brings-
department, just in our board of elections, for the elections and the machines, it pays for itself.
So 26 basically gets us pretty much a new van.
A completely new van, and then this other van would be turned back over to the county if we'd have any other use for it. Maintenance or
Sell it,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We got a lot of years out of it.
Yep. It's very valuable to the work they do for good time, helps us keep the
Yeah,
jail.
it's actually a twofold thing, because if they're on that work crew, they get 2 days for 1 day, so.
Gives us more space for the ICE program. One other thing, I know I talked to the board in regards to the flagpoles out front. I've met with several clubs waiting on hearing back from them. If the board's interested in having this done by Memorial Day, I think we'll have to step up and do the project. If anyone would make any contributions, then we could absorb it. The cost of the flag poles, which I've checked around and got the best price, this one also includes free delivery. It's out of Brooklyn, Michigan. It's Tiffin Flag, or the flagpole company. The quote for the 3 flagpoles is $8,144. The electrical work, which is boring underground, coming up to that, also putting the electric panel by Mr. Gibson, and there'd be electric that people could plug in for the other things, is $2,956 from Klaus Electric. And I believe that maintenance department, this is not a real tough project, could actually do the work themselves. It's complete directions, also their,
As far as
the installation of them, yeah. Klaus would do the electric for the lights and all that. So the
does
whole.
it take any kind of special equipment to set the poles? Or?
No, it's, if you take a look at the specs on it, it's very simple. Boring in the ground. The tough thing would be just doing the concrete around it to be able to walk up to it. It's whatever the board would wish, if we want to make sure it's done by then.
And weren't we looking into some, to see if it
Yeah,
was
I
made
also
out of
called the company
recycled?
this morning and requested that they give me a letter in regards to the recyclable content and the aluminum and all the things associated with the lights and that. And if we can come up with 25%, we could actually do it out of the recycling program, which is approximately 50,000 in there right now.
This includes
Everything. All internal.
POW flag, state flag, American flag,
Yeah. And we could take that
light,
off. if we have
in-ground
it.
light kit.
So that no vandalism, they're automatically lit. And all internal operations, stainless steel, and it's a crank that goes in so that there's nobody running stuff up the flagpole.
Be nice if we just fronted it, and then if these clubs come through, we could put that towards the project.
Could do that, or
'Cause
we
they do
could
have
just
to
do
spend a
it
certain
ourselves.
amount.
Well,
they have to
you
spend
know,
a certain amount of the gambling.
well, they have
proceeds.
to, but then we have to set up something through the Tiffin Charitable Foundation, which is no problem. That's usually the
Or
organization they
SIDA,
donate to.
They have the 501c3.
Yeah,
so-
501c3. So, but if we want to have it done by then, you know, here it is, the middle of April, and we're close to it.
They can deliver those in time.
They're delivered, yeah.
And our maintenance can get them up.
I believe maintenance could do it. Jim looked at the thing and he said, felt very confident, it's not that big a
Klaus
deal.
Electric can bore it.
They're actually boring Thursday or Friday of this week to keep the project moving.
Yeah, that's fine. Then we could set up a, I would, if you want, you can call Rich and talk about that 501,
Okay.
SIDA 501c3 and setting up with.
So far, 2 of the clubs though prefer Tiffin Charitable. Everything's worked out really good, and it's just a matter of going down, telling them we'd like to set this up for this, but
Yeah, I
any
don't
funds
care who
that
we
are
do it.
put into it, so you know, you can't get back out. So if we set up this fund for the flagpoles and we bring in 15,000, we don't get the remaining money for anything else. They
Oh,
would
no.
put it towards
Yeah.
something else project,
Sure.
which we could put
Right.
toward the Tiffin's fire.
Sure.
I just think in our resolution, we should word it as an advance towards this, so it should be set up with Tiffin and Charitable advance
Or
towards Tiffin.
SIDAC, whichever, but I mean, so far 2 of the clubs have said Tiffin Charitable is who they
Okay.
think will have it.
Sounds good.
So-
All right, thank you, dude.
You might just, Stacy, pursue that recyclable thing too.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually, they're supposed to email me
Okay.
today, so that we'll, should know by today or tomorrow.
Great.
If we can do it out of that fund, if it is, then I would just recommend that we go ahead and do it ourselves. And
Yeah, if we can do it out of recycle fund, that'd be.
Okay.
Right. Thanks for looking into that.
So, could I tell Jim to go ahead and get these ordered?
Yeah, we got money somewhere.
Well, he was gonna take it out of his, and then we'd have to reimburse him. He has it in the.
It'd have to be
which-
equipment since it's
Yeah.
over the,
Okay, thank you, that's all I have.
I don't have anything.
Did we want to talk about you had a health advisory committee meeting and we talked about doubling our contribution to the HSAs for employees. What was the result of that?
Well, Bob was there, conversation actually, when we ended the conversation, was we going to contact the non-general fund departments, say for instance, health department, the engineers department, and talk with them about it, because they're involved in this too, see where their funding's at for that, but.
I thought we already did that.
not about that one.
And then also, through the conversation, everyone pretty was supportive of the fact, or discussed that they wanted to, it would be for all the health insurance people, they would receive it. Yet the HSAs would get it before pre-tax. The buy-up program, you would have to pay tax on that. But we're waiting to see what the other departments discuss. Or talk
Yeah,
about.
I think originally my intent was, I wanna do it for general fund departments and those that, I know what I think I talked to Kathy about,
Mhm.
you were trying to find a way to do that through your funds. So my intention is that we do it for general fund, and the other ones need to find a way to make it happen.
Well, through the Health Advisory Board, we generally have asked for their recommendation one way or the other, and they would
They
like
didn't
to have
have
the,
one?
well, they'd like to have the information.
Yeah, and I think as far as the committee, as Commissioner Sauber was saying, they were looking all participants of insurance, not just those who are in the high deductible. I think they were looking at it as almost an all or none, that all departments were doing it or none were. I don't think they looked at it as the general fund was going to approve it. Speaking for my single vote, if it's worded in a way that the general fund's doing it and then it's up to each other appointing authority or whatever, I think you'd be covered.
That's how
and then
that's
the
how I
other-
originally intended it, and the
consensus
reason being
was
is
they liked
because
it.
like the health
Yeah.
department is levy funded,
Right.
all those others they're funded, they have their own stream
Right.
of funding, and I don't wanna manage their budget for them, they have their own
Right.
board and that kind of thing, they can do that.
So, and I even brought that up, that, if it was just gonna be kind of a flat statement that it was being done, we probably needed to check with some of these, because you didn't want other departments coming back who had already budgeted for the year, et cetera, et cetera. I think if it's worded in a way that they can choose, their boards can choose, I think you're fine. Then it's really into their hands to either do it or not.
Yeah, that was my intention, I don't,
Okay.
and perhaps I didn't articulate that.
Well, the Health Advisory Group was in favor of it,
Yes.
but they was in favor of everyone that participated in healthcare
Mm-hmm.
through the county received it.
Right.
So
Okay.
what is the next step?
I was just talking to the non-general fund departments to make sure that they was aware of what we were doing, and I guess we have a pretty good period of time yet before we have to really make the decision. I believe you're going to talk to the board today about some of this, aren't you?
Yeah, we have some of the other stuff with our
Right.
negotiations. So
Okay.
I would think for your next step, if you guys are in favor of it, and you word it in a way that it's definite for general fund and all other funds make that choice for themselves, I think you could move ahead. I think it's probably a PR piece if you want to, since Commissioner Sauber started talking to the other funds, if you want to continue that before you finalize it. I know.
That's fine.
The health department is being a member, and then just, I think there's a lot of concern when decisions are being made about their budget. I think that's one of the reasons it was decided to check with them, and maybe it's just an education piece, saying we're gonna do this, that does not lock you into expending your funding on this. Because I know they made some concessions early in the year to help their folks with the change, right? That was in the paper of an increase in pay or contribution towards or whatever they did.
Yep.
So they may elect not to do this.
But my intent
That's
is
their
just to
choice.
talk with them and let them know prior to what.
So you were gonna do that?
Actually, Marjorie was the first one to return the phone call, so I'll go
Okay.
talk with her, and then I was gonna talk with the engineers department.
Okay, so next board, we can,
Should be able
Take a
to,
week.
yes.
a couple weeks, whatever.
I'd say, give me a week.
Okay, great, thank you for doing that. That's all the old business I have. Do we wanna meet with Job and Family Services first, since you're here?
He's on the clock.
Well, how much do we have business-wise? I'm just curious. I hate to have people leave and then have to come back.
Oh, do we need executive session for?
Yeah, because
Okay.
we also want to discuss negotiations.
Well, you can go through the new business
New
agenda
business.
then. I didn't realize we were going to executive session.
I have a resolution accepting the bid from Allen Excavating Incorporated for the obstruction removal of parcels H, I-1 and L for the Seneca County Airport, not for the alternates. I have bill vouchers 29. I have a supplement to the permanent appropriation for the poll worker training grant fund 214 for $440 into the salary precinct worker line. A resolution authorizing the Seneca County Commissioners to enter into a contract with Micah Ames for the maintenance of New Regal Sewer District. I have a resolution authorizing the disposal of unneeded, obsolete, or unfit county-owned property. This is the resolution removing, Kelly did her new kennels out there, and she has the old doors that she needs to get rid of because they're on her inventory, so she wants to get rid of the old equipment, so we had to do the resolution for that. Resolution rejecting all bids received February 20, 2012 for the fire detection and alarm system for the Seneca County Jail. We will be setting a new time and date, but we do not have that ready yet. A resolution accepting the resignation of Tanya Heminger, housekeeper for the Seneca County Maintenance Department as of April 3rd, 2012. I have a resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into a contract service agreement with Norwalk Concrete Industries for the HSTS soil eval and system design. Resolution authorizing Benjamin E. Nutter as president of the board to sign the statewide consortium MOU for the Seneca County Law Library Resources Board on behalf of the Seneca County Commissioners. This resolution has the 16th on it. Do I need to wait till the 16th to read this, or is this one good for today?
I thought that one was good for today.
The
but
guardrails?
it says the 16th, but I guess we'll wait.
So we're gonna remove the guardrail LPA 1202 from the agenda?
Just accepting, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why we would have to wait.
Yeah, it's
but-
accepting it.
Yeah.
Want to change the date?
Yeah, we'll just change the, you can reprint it. Then we'll just do the resolution authorizing the Seneca County Board of Commissioners to enter into a contract with Lake Erie Construction LPA 1202 for the 2012 guardrail upgrade.
Make the motion the above read be approved.
Second.
I have a motion from Commissioner Sauber, I have a second from Commissioner Wagner to approve the above read action. Comment or discussion?
Just two things, just to clarify, so the bid from Allen Excavating, we're doing the base bid only,
Mhm.
not any
Alternate.
of the other alternates. And as far as the housekeeper, I'd like to use Crossway as much as possible to do that.
Instead of
work.
hiring.
They're doing a good job for us here, and I think just use
Really
them as
good
much
job.
as we can.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
That's all I have.
Additional comments, Cliff? Hearing none and seeing none, could I have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Sauber?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Yes.
Commissioner Bennett?
Yes. Additional new business.
Nope.
And you say we need executive session for collective
Negotiation.
bargaining agreements? Okay. I would accept a motion to move to executive session to discuss collective bargaining agreements.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Sauber, I have a second. Commissioner Wagner, comment or discussion? Hearing none and seeing none, could I have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Sauber?
Yes.
Commissioner Wagner?
Yes.
Commissioner Nutter?
Yes, it's 10:23 and we will be in executive session.
Will there be action afterwards?
Do we need, it's not a
Information.
done deal? No.
Do
You
you
don't